So, I just want to make this quick video. In fact, I said I was going to record this and then I forgot. But as I was coming to work, I remembered and I thought I should speak about it. As you can tell, I'm having a very slow morning, but it's okay. So I noticed that, well, before I even continue, I started selling life insurance not too long ago. And my field was in the non-life, but I'm slowly slowly learning to sell life insurance. And with my background in risk management and insurance, I noticed that one, the salespeople for life are not really doing justice to the policies they're selling, first of all. There's more to just funeral policy or the pure risk. I think that people can build wealth using life insurance. It's wealth you're building, not a get rich quick scheme or whatever it is that you sign on to and then you expect to be rich within a few months. You were not poor in a few months. It took you years to be poor. Why do you want to be rich all of a sudden? I mean, that shouldn't be the motive of just getting rich quickly and then whatever it is. You want to build wealth. You want to build something sustainable over years, Anyway, so as I started to sell, I noticed that a lot of people don't really want to hear about death, and it's all gloomy. They associate life insurance with just so much gloomy stories, and when they buy the life insurance, they lose their partners or they lose their loved ones or whatever it is. And I get that. Okay, it's just that life is inevitable. Some things will happen in your life, and there's nothing you can do about it. So the fact that you bought a funeral policy doesn't mean that the person died or passed on because you bought a policy and that you called doom into your family. I mean, I don't know why some people think that way, but hey, the most important thing, right, that I think that the salespeople overlook is how people can build wealth using the life insurance policy. No wonder outside of Ghana, especially in Europe and America and the rest, they kill for life insurance because it is worth something. Okay, life insurance is worth something. And one of the things I noticed with clients, this is not with the salespeople, but with the people who are buying the policy, is the meager sum they contribute to the policies they have bought. If you're contributing 50 cedis, 100 cedis, 200 cedis, 200 is not bad. I mean, for a middle income earner, it's not bad. But for 50, 100, like you're just doing it casually or they're disturbing me, so let me just contribute 100 cedis. Or if you're only going to contribute to a life policy so casually, I mean, then you don't really understand what you're buying. You don't understand what you have bought. Okay, so it's better you don't waste money. Because if the essence of it was to build wealth, for instance, you're storing some money somewhere in the investment to kind of build wealth or get some money at the end of 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, whatever it is, and you decided to contribute 100 cedis, 50 cedis. Look, go and look for some Susu group and join. Okay? Look for the nearest Susu group you can trust and join them. That is better for you. At least you get your money in a short term. Inflation will not eat the money so much. You can use it to do whatever you want to do. But those who are serious about building wealth, please, I think that the minimum you should buy is 500 cedis. If you have decided to, just save some money in there for the next 10 years, the next 15 years, or the next 5 years even, contribute at least 500 cedis. If you know that you can't do that, then join the Susu group. So if you want to get, for instance, your first 100,000, I know a lot of people are working, but they've not been able to get even 70,000. And it's funny. It's not easy. It's not easy, I know. To be able to get your first 100,000, if you know you're earning between 3,000 to 5,000, you don't have so much responsibilities on your hands. So you, at the end of the day, after paying all of these other things that you need to pay for, at least you have about 3,000 left. Buy a life insurance policy for 5 years. Contribute 1,000 cedis with an incremental option to hedge against inflation. You're looking at getting at least your first 100,000 in the next few years. That is quite meaningful. Give yourself a goal and try to contribute to that amount rather than, paying so casually 50 cedis, 100 cedis, and getting maybe 15,000 at the end of 5 years, at the end of 10 years. Are you kidding me? What would you do that? What would you do with that amount of money? What would 15,000 do for you as a person? If it's not a funeral policy, what would 15,000 cedis do for you? What would 7,000, 5,000 do for you? No. So try as much as you can to contribute a minimum of 500 cedis. If you're contributing anything less than 500, you are joking. Look for some Susu group and join and get your money quickly. It's better. Nobody will tell you this. I know I'm always giving unconventional advice, but this is what would help you. And this is just me being blunt, nicely blunt. They say I'm too blunt, I'm too straightforward. But hey, why do you want to? I'm trying to be nice. Let me end this video here. The key takeaway here is if you are a salesperson and you're struggling to sell life insurance, change your strategy. People don't want to hear about death so much. They want to build wealth. Where we have gotten to in this country, there's no proper investment in this country. T-bills now is less than 10%. 90 days, like less than 10%. Fixed deposit, nothing to write home about. Unless maybe you go and sign up for some mutual funds or whatever it is. But life insurance, they use the money, put everything together, all your contributions together, and then go and invest for you. Some investments, the returns on some investments in the long term, the 10 years or whatever it is about over 70% interest rate. So why would you not go for that one? And then you'll be able to contribute, slowly as and when, rather than carry maybe 20,000 to go to Fidelity to say you're going to buy fixed deposit. You may never get it because guess what? Life happens. Okay, you may have unexpected expenses and whatnot. So if you can contribute small for 5 years, for 10 years, let it count. Okay, let that contribution make it count for something that you know that at the end of this 5 years, I'm getting my first 100,000, I'm getting my first 200,000. It's better than to be contributing that small sum. So that's for the clients. And then the sales, please sell with wealth. Sell wealth to people. Except you, the salesperson, you don't understand how to build wealth. If you don't, then that's fine.